Hamzambo, familia. Welcome to the Blackwood Fire Network Africa Today show. We hope that everyone is doing fantastic on the 12th day of April, the year 2020. Our lighting is really not so good, but nonetheless, we shall still carry on. And of course, we are in Daresaalam. We arrived here yesterday at around 11 p.m., some minutes to 11 p.m. And our bus took longer than we thought because it was easier getting across the border and also getting from Nairobi to Namanga into Tanzania. But then again, the journey from Moshi to Daresaalam is really long. I hope that everyone is doing well. Sean Scott is saying good afternoon, Keith Spikes, and everyone on the tour. I wish I was their family and also see Sean Scott and the wonderful sister Asha Walker. How are you doing? Thank you so much for joining us on the show. We hope that everyone is doing well. And now, of course, we hope that your day is coming along just fine. We do have a Zoe with us. Jumbo Zoe.
Jumbo.
I think you're working out and you're busy lifting up the kgs. I don't know how many kgs how many kgs are those though? I saw you working out and it seems like a tough one.
They're 25-pound dumbbells.
Yeah, that's really nice. I haven't been to the gym myself for a minute. Kami is also with us on the show.
Hello everyone, and I hope that you're doing fine. Karibuni sana to the Blackwood Fire Network. We are in Daresaalam and we are just adjusting to the heat.
Oh, you're loving the weather.
I'm loving the weather because I'm not a person who loves, wearing warm things. So this weather is basically good for me. But it has affected me in some type of way because you can feel that I have a flu. I think I've just contracted a flu due to the weather. But then again, I just love the weather still.
And I see a Sankin on you saying, peace. Thank you so much for joining us. Insurance Code says, hey, Kami, and the wonderful sister Donna C. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm saying that the lighting is poor, but nonetheless, we shall still continue as is. I was saying that journey was a little bit longer than we hoped for yesterday. And we got here late yesterday. We are not able to join the live, but I believe you have been seeing some of the videos that the rest of the family has been putting out. We did have a sister Nish, also in Daresaalam. We also do have Jiman, also in Daresaalam, and we also do have John with us. We also did have Sister Golden Heart, Sister Sylvia, and also Sister Angela Morris, who will be joining us a little bit later on as we proceed, hopefully later tonight or tomorrow. It's actually 16 minutes past 9 p.m. right here in Daresaalam. It's the same with the East African time. I believe even in Uganda, It's 9:16 in Uganda as well. But nonetheless, we're having a wonderful time so far. We have not really gotten the opportunity to go out as much today. It was raining earlier on the side where we are at. It was raining earlier in the day. But nonetheless, we do hope that tomorrow the weather will be a little bit better. We shall be showing you some wonderful places. We do have the National Museum, the National Museum, and it's based in Daresaalam. Daresaalam is not the capital city of Tanzania, but nonetheless, it is one of the hubs, economic hubs, political hubs. You find many offices that have to do with the government right here in Dar es Salaam, but we also do have the capital city being Dodoma. I've never been to Dodoma myself, but I hope eventually, maybe at some point, I shall be able to also visit Dodoma, which is the capital city. The nation is still in a sort of a mourning kind of an atmosphere because we did have the country losing the previous president, who was known as John Kapombe Makufuli. We have talked about it time and again, and we have said that there was something that did happen in this particular case, but nonetheless, we shall not get into that particular matter. Kami, did you notice the billboards that did have the election campaign for Makufuli were still on?
Absolutely correct. For a moment when we entered Tanzania, that is when we were at Arusha, I'm like, for a moment, I think I forgot that Magufuli is normal. And until I got to realize that there is a lot, or rather, there is a lot of billboards, of course, having the picture of Magufuli. And some of these billboards were the ones that he used during his campaign period. And some of these periods did have some of the manifestos that he was going to do for the people. Also, some of these billboards, contained, describing the president as a person with a good heart, one person who gets to deliver to the people. And yes, for sure, I got to see that. And I think I felt heartbroken for a moment, considering that the people still have not moved on, and considering that this did get to happen so quickly. So I can feel that there's a certain atmosphere, there's a certain mood in Tanzania that I can't, get a hold of. But there's just a change in Tanzania. The billboards there, the picture of Magufuli is just a very,
Billboards
very
have not been taken down
exactly, they've not
recently.
been taken down.
Now, people can still see those particular campaigns where they say
Mhm.
vote for Magufuli, and in
Yeah,
most places in
for
Arusha,
change, for delivering to the people.
yeah, in most places in Arusha, as well as Moshi,
How was
Moshi
Arusha
Kenya.
and Moshi? Moshi,
Sorry.
Spikes and Candy. How was it in
Pardon?
Arusha and Moshi?
Wow.
Arusha is pretty close to Kenya. I think if you might leave Kenya and get to Arusha maybe
I
within
know.
6 hours. And what I got to realize is that we do have plenty of land that has not been put into good use.
A
How about
lot.
that, Spike? How about that?
Yeah, because you find perhaps if you compare the land in those areas, Tanzania is big. I believe Tanzania is bigger than Kenya in size, and there's a
It's
lot of
three
us here.
times the size. It's three times the size of Kenya, Spikes. Three times the
I didn't
size
know.
of Kenya.
I didn't know it's that big, but there is lots and lots and lots of land that is not being used for whatsoever purposes. Especially, I also got to realize that you have so many hills. I thought that Kigali was a city of 1,000 hills, but in Tanzania, around those areas, we do have more than 1,000 hills in those areas.
Where you
There
going?
are way too many.
Where you going by? Where you going by? Mount Kilimanjaro area and all that. But I know it was beautiful, wasn't it, Spike? I never.
Yeah, it was. It is. We do have some areas where we do have low-lying plains. We also do have the areas where we do have those rocky hills. And
Yeah.
I was thinking, I saw some photos, I think, on some website today where we do have some places where people have opened up resorts near rocky hills like that. And I thought the same areas in Arusha might be used for the same purpose. The same areas also in Moshi would be used for the same purpose. Someone might set up a resort in one of those rocky hills and
I,
rocky plains, and it would be a
I
It's
nice,
wonder
a
how
nice.
many. I wonder how many of those hills are actually pyramids that have grown over.
I was thinking the same, and I was always coming, and most of them look aside. Actually, most of them look aside. I wish I could. Let me see
Could
if I
be.
can get some. Yeah, let me share with us. I'll be sharing with us some of the images, and I shall
Then y'all run.
see for.
Hey, then y'all run. Yeah, yeah, shit. Then y'all run into a lot of white people up there. A lot of white people live in Arusha and Moshi area. A lot of white people live around there.
Keith, where we are staying, we bumped into one enjoying his breakfast.
Uh, I'm talking about up. And that's when you guys are up and around Arusha, Cameron.
Uh-huh.
Arusha and Moshi,
Mhm.
white people love that area.
And also here, Keith, in Daresaalam, I think when you are, just walking around and getting to make a few inquiries, I could see there's actually a school bus that had carried only white people. So it didn't get to like understand is it that it
Damn.
is just a school for them only, or it is what? There was a school bus, carrying children, I think in kindergarten or so. All of them were just white in that bus.
They probably enjoying themselves and in the
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I
I,
didn't see that
I
myself,
mean,
but it looks like
I've never seen that in Dar es Salaam. Wow, that's kind of disturbing. I've never seen that.
enjoying
Wow.
enjoying Africa to the fullest.
Yeah. Yeah, they enjoy Africa. Well, you got old Negroes. Oh my God, Africa. Oh no. Oh.
But Kit, you're correct. There's a lot of them actually. There's a lot of them around this area. For example, the place where we were, making inquiries, there's just a lot of them around Daresaalam also.
but people like Keith says they do love Africa. Also, so some Chinese, but not as many like you would have in Zambia. There are also some Chinese, but not as many as you would have in Zambia. I realize that in Zambia it's crazy with all of them, and
No, you got.
big
They don't
big
get to own.
family.
They don't get to own the country. So it's not many Chinese there. You got few. They're not like in Zambia exactly, or hate to say it, or Kenya. Not
Yeah,
like in Zambia
in Kenya.
or Kenya.
But in Kenya, you will not find them. In Kenya, you will not find them farming like they were doing in Zambia. In Zambia, you see them
Remember,
farming.
that's good. Put the pork
Yeah,
ring. I don't got no pork ring. Uncle one, but I do got chicken.
There's a CCTV on you, Kid.
Then
they
I don't.
know.
They know I don't eat the spine, brother. At least I got. I don't eat the spine. I get a spine that can and spikes.
No, I will not be consuming the same. I will not be consuming the same as well. Cable, you can do cable transfer. If it's all
Before
connected.
Keith, before you got on, Cammy was saying how she used pork grease for her knees.
Saying what, Zo?
He talking about Cam is gonna start using pork grease on her knees.
I understand. I understand in some places they use the oil from pork. I don't know to fend off some spirits or something like that.
Yeah.
They have some rituals. They say they will be using pork oil to fend off evil spirits, and they apply it in some communities. They apply it, I think, on their doors or something like
Even
that.
even on the baby's Kid, I might have to apply some cocoa on my child to prevent it from being attacked by evil eyes.
Oh, you just
Oh,
told
man.
us the sex. You just told us the
Yeah,
sex,
yeah.
Tommy.
Exactly. You know it's gonna be a boy or a girl. Do you know? You know if you're
I
She
having a
just
boy
know.
or a
said
girl.
she just said she
Yes,
gonna
I
be
know.
using pork grease on her son. She just said
I
on
know.
her son.
I know, but she might be saying that shit to throw us off. I know she gonna have a son. She gonna she gonna name him Little Porky. Little Porky.
Anyhow, family, let me show you. Let me show you. Kid eating fat. Kid eating
I,
fat
I
bag.
mean, nah, motherfucker. Nah, I'm eating churches. Goddamn. Oh, excuse me.
So let me show us without some of the eggs. And actually, I'll just double check.
Praise the
Uh,
Lord and pass the church's chicken. I'm eating churches.
let me see.
You
I ain't been
still
to
Got you
Popeyes
some
in
fried
what?
okra.
you still
I ain't
celebrating
been get you
Easter,
some
Kid?
fried okra, Keith.
Nah, I ain't eat. That okra be slimy. I don't like that shit. I don't like nothing slimy. That's why I like a lot of seafood. I don't like slimy shit in my throat. And well,
Mm.
oh, that's gorgeous. Um, what was I about to
These are
say?
some of the plains, and I'm saying they are vast. There are some of them are low-lying plains. Others are are long hills. For example, you can see this one. I think they should have used this land for something. The land is not under any use. It's just land that is not being used for anything. Not even factories or anything being set up on this land. And you'll find
Well,
these are vast
well,
plains.
Hold,
These are low-lying plains.
but that's how you know, Spikes. What that Africa should no one be going hungry then, right, Spikes?
Yeah. I was thinking, I was thinking, I was thinking to myself, maybe the people of Tanzania need to get a tour to Israel. You know, it's a desert, but people are farming everywhere, and they would come back.
Yeah.
They would come
But
back
you
into
know,
their own country.
but let me tell you,
You
but
know.
let me tell you, Spikes. Let me tell you, let me tell you. You know, when they were taking slaves out of what's they called Tanzania, right?
Yeah,
They were taking slaves out there. The local people don't want to be farmers because they say that's you're considered a slave when you do. Their minds are still messed up. Say you're considered a slave if you do farm work, because that was what slaves were sent to
to do.
America and Arabia and shit to do. So
Yeah.
so they want to be considered slaves, and all that land is out there. It's beautiful. That's why I say, man, you can start a farm. All that. You imagine how much cultivation you got right there. The food, the
Mm.
organic food you got there. Hell,
Yeah.
if you're a dope head, you can organically grow a bunch of weed here and sell it. Get this weed, like
So, so here is one of
because
the
Museveni,
pyramids. Yeah.
yeah, because Museveni is selling weed to damn Canada out of Uganda,
Making billions out of it.
make,
Yeah, it's making a
making
lot of money.
billions. Ain't giving nobody it, but ain't nobody getting that money but his old crippled ass and Akon.
Seven is a ganja farmer. Keith, don't mess with him.
And these
Right,
are some.
right.
These are some of the plains. Some of them are the hills look like a pyramid, as I was saying earlier on. You can see. Here's the second one. There's also another
Oh
one
yeah.
here. There's this one. There's also another one. They are different. There are so many of them. This is also another one. Looks like a pyramid, but it's just a hill that I don't know what's happening with that one. And there are so many areas that are uncultivated.
That that ain't even unfair. Precise. I'm not the one always eating. This Spike's usually always eating some damn ugali in the studio when we go live. He just be hiding it.
Ugali, ugali is
And
considered
Spikes.
one of the healthiest meals in Nairobi, in Kenya, not just in Nairobi.
That
Spike, I
meal
see
ain't
the
healthy.
same
It ain't nothing
thing.
but some damn starch. That starchy ass damn cornmeal. Go ahead, though.
Oh, I was just saying, Spikes, I see the same thing here in Colorado. Mountains that look like pyramids, but they don't allow the public to get close to them, so you can actually see if it's truly a pyramid. And then they also have in the mountains where they call them cliff dwellings, where groups
Yeah,
of they said Native Americans hollowed out the mountains and lived in the cliffs of the caves of the mountains. But I think that was also our people that made those, because those cliff dwellings are close to a lot of mountains that look like pyramids also. So it's a
yeah.
lot of shit that's under they keep it shut down to where public don't know what's really going on, because it's way more pyramids out here than they want to tell us about.
And people might not even people might not even be interested, even if they were the same right here in Africa. I think people have lost the knowledge, and people have lost that particular interest in knowing perhaps what these were, if at all they were some of those pyramids, or maybe used for other different purposes, either for different for rituals or other different matters in Africa. But nonetheless, I
Y'all
also
can't,
realized that.
y'all can't have me eating. I'm on mute, damn it, when I'm chewing this chicken. Okay, back on mute, damn it. Go ahead, Spike.
I don't know what I don't know what his kid is up to with that particular chicken. But nonetheless, I will be sharing with us some of the things that I got to learn with this particular. And I was saying one of the things is that we do have lots of land that is not cultivated or being used for any particular purpose. Even maybe setting up some factories in the area. Maybe perhaps we would have people using this land for for farming or for setting up some factories in the area.
Exactly. And also considering that Tanzania has a very, very beautiful scenery. Let me tell you, Keith, it was therapeutic. For a minute, I'm like, I've forgotten all the problems, all the stress that that Nairobi has. And I'm like, if you actually get
It
to
is
put
therapeutic,
your
Cammy.
business here,
It's,
pardon?
it's nature. It is therapeutic. It's nature. Now Spike's probably
Mm.
didn't enjoy it. He just wanted to get his ass to Daresaalam. But it's the ride, it's the journey, it's the beautiful scenery. That scenery is gorgeous. And I agree with you, Cammy. It is healing, and it's stress relieving. Till you
Mm-hmm.
until now you guys endorse along with them old crazy motherfuckers now.
And
It's about to,
actually, yes, go
go
on.
ahead, Cammy. Go,
No,
go ahead, Cammy.
I'm
Go
saying
ahead.
actually, yes, actually, if someone was to set up a business in one of these places that is maybe near a hilly place, or because I could get to see, the hills and the clouds, it's more like they were touching each other, considering that it was a very in the wee hours of the morning. That is something any tourist would pay a lot of money to like get to watch that view. Those people who are into hiking, that is the place to be. But
You
sadly,
got that
that
right.
land is not
You,
used.
them crackers ain't
Okay.
hiking. You got that opportunity right there. Exactly. Cammy's young and just saw the opportunity, and I agree with her. Those
Mhm.
crackers are hiking. They'll pay top dollar. She's absolutely right. Oh,
Mhm.
see, these couple old bras we got on the trip with. Oh no, oh no. Look at Africa and people in the traffic. Oh no. Don't bring old motherfuckers to Africa. Let them die in America.
How
but I was
old
just
is
saying
old,
also,
Keith?
you get you.
At what age? At what age are they considered old?
When they in their 60s, and I know they driving this crazy. I don't care if I'm on line. I know they driving this crazy. They told them, I'm parting their ass off on Spikes when Spikes and them meet up tomorrow. I'm getting right to Spikes' ass. Spikes and Camp.
But the thing is, even regardless of the age, Tanzania is a place to get to enjoy. It doesn't matter. You can just chill out and not have anything to do with carrying your problems over. But nonetheless, I was saying that there are some things that I have realized. People say Africa is a jungle, but when I was coming through all the way, I did not spot. I think there were just two places where the roads were actually, where there was some forest. I think there were just two places, and they were not really forest. And also, what I got to realize that there's rural electrification. I think Makufuli is doing a good job, because if you go into those different areas, was doing a
Well,
good job, because if you go into those areas, you realize that the roads are pretty nice. Coming all the way from Namanga to Arusha to Moshi to Daresaalam, the roads are pretty nice, and they look really well done and well maintained. And also you get to realize that there is also mobile connectivity even in those areas that are far off from Daresaalam. There is really a lot of very
that's
nice
why they had
connectivity.
to kill. That's why they had to kill him, Spike. He showed what can be done in 4.5 years of rule. The
Mm.
fifth
Mhm.
year is coming. About to, and you got these Africans that have been in power for 30 years, ain't done shit. Countries all fucked up, things falling apart, people starving. He showed what can be done without no excuses. He fired like thousands of staff members who were getting paid all this money, lowered their pay, and found all these other fake accounts, and didn't take no loans. Africa got enough wealth, as you see, that can fund itself.
Mhm.
Why are we going
Who
to Europeans getting this fake ass money, putting us in debt, and they get to come and actually own our children's real land from some fake ass paper dollars? Damn, that's beautiful.
And,
Go, Kevin.
who's gonna be his successor?
Well, she's already in there
uh,
as a woman. I think she's a coon.
Is she putting in vaccines and all that shit? Is she going
Yep,
along with the
yep,
Western
sure.
plan?
Yep, yep. She already said we cannot be closed the country. That's how you know he's killed. I mean, anybody gonna take the shit? She's just saying we're gonna allow the vaccines to come into to Tanzania now. We can't be an island. We can no longer be an island and shit. And we go. Oh, and also remember in
keep
Tanzania
keep this.
lying about the country. She. Oh, go ahead, Cammy.
I'm saying this is what you were talking about. The mountain. I mean, the hills look like it's almost they're touching the clouds.
They're covered by
Exactly,
clouds.
they're covered by the clouds. And Kit, I also I've noticed something here that people
That's an
are.
opportunity.
Mhm.
Beautiful.
Exactly. I've noticed that people here, they get to be contented.
Go ahead, Cammy.
Contented. I've got to realize that people here are actually, it's more like they have accepted, the type of business that they're doing. That irrespective of the small hustle they got, irrespective of how small their business is, they are out there hustling. They're out there, trying to put money on the table. I haven't seen a lot of idle people. Actually, I've seen a lot of people going on about
Are you
irrespective of
are
how
you
small their
are
business
you
is.
are you trying to say, Tammy? Are you trying to say it wasn't like Uganda 2 years ago when I sent you guys through Uganda?
Uganda is crazy.
Uganda, they're waiting for marijuana to grow and then they get to export it.
Uganda sometimes back Ugandans killed a DJ because he was not playing the music they wanted. Ugandans got
Yeah, that
today.
was crazy. It was they killed the DJ because he wasn't playing the jams. I'm like, what? That shit is
Whoa.
true.
Yeah,
Hey DJ, play my song or it's death. Oh, okay.
And the way Ugandan music is on its own level, understanding it as sometimes just crazy.
that is how they do it. Anyhow, let's touch a little bit on going away from Tanzania and touch on what has been happening with the situation of this particular soldier that was getting beat. And now they're saying that the Black Army officer Corazon Nazario was held at gunpoint, and now he's suing because of racial profiling. And different people have come up with different sentiments. Some of them talking about the coalition, the Black Latino coalition, what people need to do, and the suffering and all that things. But nonetheless, Akib, you were sharing
Yeah.
your sentiments earlier on.
Well, I was saying it's the delusional Negro who thinks he's Latin because they call you a Afro Latino. That's an African that speaks fucking Spanish. Spanish is a language, nigga. It's not. I don't call you Negro. Spanish is a language. It's not a race. Your race is African. Okay. Your language doesn't make you a racial group, stupid. So the white Latino who's a Caucasian who speaks Spanish treats you like a nigga. Just because you spoke Spanish, he wasn't your brother. But only black people all over the planet got this confusion until they get their wake up call. So this is what we call him getting his nigga wake up call.
I just
Let me
want to
play a
add
little
this
bit
one
because he
thing.
doesn't know what's going on, nor what time it is.
Go
Let me
ahead,
play a little bit.
go
Let
ahead,
me
so
just
go
add
ahead,
this
so.
one thing.
Uh-uh.
The
Go
only
ahead, so.
time your language makes you a racial group is when you're Semitic.
Oh no shit.
That's the only time. That's the only time. But
Exactly.
they
I
don't
forgot.
even apply that to the. They don't even apply that to the right people because that's us.
Yeah,
They don't even
You're
apply
Yeah.
it to
Hebrew
the
now,
right
so.
people.
He said you're Hebrew now, so just explain
Let
that.
me, let me, let
So
Shalom,
just,
shalom.
shalom, shalom. Man.
It's only myself. Why are your weapons drawn? What's going on?
You're a nigga. That's what's going on. You got that gun.
Now, get out of the car. Sir, just get out of the car. Work with us and we'll talk to you. Get out of the car. You received an order. Obey it.
you're receiving an order, and he has to obey that particular order. For some reason, it's also to.
How many occupants are in your vehicle? Open the door slowly. Step out. Open the door. Get out the car.
Pause it real quick, Spike. I want to point this one thing out. You
Yeah.
guys see how the officers, when the officers are pointing their guns, the way that they point their guns, it covers up their body cam. So the body cam doesn't show what the officer is actually doing as they fire the gun. So they can cover up their own body cam. Only thing is heard is the audio, but you can't see the visual from the officer who is actually holding the gun on his own personal body cam.
That's a tactic they would employ to cover up the murders that they are involved with black people.
Yo, what? Guess what? I'm a brother too. I know that. Obey. Get out of the car. What's going on? You're fixing to ride the lightning, son.
He about to ride the light. He about to ride the light for a tag. All this is for a tag that he had on his truck. Look at this fat ass Latino fat. And knowing when you was a kid, you used to kick him in his face and beat this cracker's ass. That's why he mad. These black people used to beat me up when I was a kid. Now I'm a cop. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do.
He's about to get. He's about to get his best.
Now why would you spray him in his damn face? Look at this. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. I don't know, man. I might have been dying that night. Told my kid, I got out and whipped that fat motherfucker's ass. Don't try to spray. Look at this shit.
And he has to
spray
call
with
his
paper
mommy.
spray for no reason.
Get out of the car now. Get out of the car now. Sir, just get out of the car. I'm trying to breathe.
I can't
Get out of the
breathe.
car now.
Who's that? He said, I don't know what the. Yeah.
Out of the car.
Can't even see. He got pepper spray. He gonna say, I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Get out of the car now. Listen, take off your seatbelt and get out of the car.
He looks like Nick Cannon, by the way. He looks like Nick Cannon, by the way.
Why he let them spray that shit in his eyes and then turn his head is a mystery to me.
Don't get worse, family. But these Hispanics, time we beating up damn Japanese and Asian motherfuckers, Chinese motherfuckers.
What are you, a specialist? Corporal, what are you? I'm a lieutenant. Lieutenant, get out of the car.
They can see he got his full army fatigues on too. They don't care. Come on. I fighting for this country. So what, nigga? Get your ass on the ground when we spray you in the face.
Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground now. Get on the ground and just spray it again. Get on the ground.
He thought he was a magic Negro. Look at me, I got my uniform on.
Y'all see him? They was kneeing him in the side of his leg, trying to make his leg give out.
Talking about fighting for this fucking fucked up country. Talking about fighting for this wicked ass
And
country.
you fighting for your life. You gotta fight for your life, motherfucker.
All you have to do is listen. Why didn't you do that? No, you weren't. You were not.
They gonna say why he wasn't. And then come on, say why. Man, if I get you in a dark alley, you fat bastard, I'm gonna fuck. I go to town on your fat ass. You
They say he
lose
was-
some weight after I get through fucking you up. He said, what's my?
They say he was released later without any
said what?
charges. They say he was released
Of
later
course they
without
couldn't
charges.
charge him. Why didn't you comply? What are you talking about? Why did you comply?
And then they threatened him if he retaliated that they was gonna ruin his military career.
Yeah, I ain't gonna ruin my damn career. And you already damn violated my civil rights. Because I told you them civil rights are a joke in America to black people. You were supposed to get human rights, as Malcolm X said. You're the only ones treated uncivil. And ain't it funny? I know somebody was listening to me. I listened to somebody's program again, talking about the Dred Scott thing. That came from me. I told you you're in the Dred Scott age. Somebody did a whole show on it. Was it Saturday or Sunday, whatever. When I said a month ago, you're in the Dred Scott age. And that's what I mean. That a black person, a black man has no rights that the white man has to feel obligated to follow. You're in the Dred Scott age. And that came from me. So I'm here to let you know, when I said they were setting up an apartheid state, that was that mean. So when they intend to go black to Africa, I'm telling you, but each have a piece of the pie. If you own, hey, that's on you. You scared, be scared when they come knocking on your goddamn door. and shoot you in your face. You got no recourse.
I see, Sister Nancy says soldiers used to hang after coming home from war. That is a comment by Sister Wampin Pafro says that soldiers used to be hung after coming home from war, and that was the way they were paid. And
That's true. That's after World War II and Korea. She's right. You go fight for this country,
And
these
the reason,
bootleg coons. So I go fight for these bastards in World War II, fighting other crackers. And the funny part about the Germans, who were supposed to be the white enemy, but they're all Germans, as I taught you guys, they're all German people. They would treat the German prisoners better than soldiers here in America. The prisoners. They treat the prisoners better than they did the black men and women that served these no good bastards. But go ahead, Zoe.
yeah, and them same German soldiers, them same Nazis was allowed to come over here in this country, get new identities, doing Operation Paperclip,
Yep,
and work for government
yep,
in
yep.
sensitive positions. So,
Work with NASA, the
man,
police.
to be in this shit makes me frustrated that motherfuckers put their
Yep,
life on the line for this bullshit to
yep,
get treated like fourth class citizens over here. This shit
yep.
is ridiculous. And then they keep us
And
in a
it
position of poverty. So it's an overwhelming number
yep.
of us got to go to the military in order to provide for our families. This
That's
shit is
all
fucking
it is. It's a
ridiculous.
job. It's not black people being damn patriotic, understand this. We're putting poverty, and so the military is a way to escape poverty in America. It's a job. Now, because I know a lot of people don't understand when you see blacks in these uniforms. It's not to say, hey, I want to go join the military. Say, hey, I don't want my backbone to touch my spine, to touch my ribs. So it's a job. It's a way to get out of poverty. And they know that. And that's why there's always just a volunteer force now. Because they use the poor to fight their wars. So they raise a certain amount of you out of poverty. So it's always a poverty thing. Black people not going in for no damn, try to prove themselves like your grandfather and your great-great-grandfather did. I still never stood there. I'm going to go prove to this crowd that I'm a good person by fighting in his wars and fighting other people while he still kick me in the face and talk crazy to me. I don't, hey, yeah, I'm going to show this white man I'm just as good to die. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Shit crazy.
And it's too many of our ancestors that had that mentality, trying to be accepted by white folks, and they sitting around
Yep.
here chasing white booty. Because I'm gonna tell you, my grandfather one of them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? He served over there in the Korean War and shit, and the nigga chasing white pussy to this day. To this day, he chasing white pussy. 90 years
Yeah,
old,
damn.
chasing white pussy.
I don't know what some 90-year-old kitty cat look like. God damn.
No, he trying to fuck 20 and 30-year-old white bitches. You know what I'm saying? He trying to fuck young white bitches at the bar. He pulling up on them, showing them his damn bank statements and bullshit. Trying to fuck these little white hoes. They gonna fuck around here and get his ass caught up.
That's what's up for him. Nonetheless, before we continue with the matter about what is happening in Daresaalam, I want to also get your comments on what did happen with the shooting of this particular young black man in Minnesota. And we also
Yeah.
earlier about when it comes to the black and Latino coalition. I think it only pops up when there is someone who has done wrong and they want to play.
Black and Latino coalition is non-existent. It does not exist. That's what the bootleg handkerchief head Negroes, who the white supremacists have put in power over us, keep talking that dumb shit. These people are anti-black. They hate us. And that's okay. Black people don't need to know how to come together. I think it's good. I've been to death. And of course, the dead in the head, even in Africa. I told you the youth are starting to wake up. The youth, hey, you are African. Fuck all the damn tribal shit. They whipping your ass because you're black, not because what goopy tribe you in. They don't give a shit what tribe. When you bring your ass, when you sneak your ass over here to America, they don't say what tribe you in, stupid. They say, are you from Kenya? Are you from Nigeria? Are you from Gambia, Angola? You are a nigger. Go ahead, y'all.
That's right.
Yeah, and speaking of this black and brown coalition, what's up with these motherfuckers? Biden administration talking about giving $15,000 to illegal immigrants. What the
For
fuck is
aliens.
that all
Yep.
about?
It's about spitting out.
We get $1,400 and they get 15,000. Ain't paid damn liquor taxes and over here illegally, but they get 10 times the amount as tax-paying citizens. This shit makes no sense.
That's America, home of the free, land of the free.
Freedom
uh,
of expression.
there also something else that has come up because of this particular protest in Minnesota. Right now, we have seen the Black Lives Matter come up again, and because it's a place near where George Floyd was actually killed. And there are also some different questions regarding the people. We all know that Black Lives Matter, the BLM, is not. It has
Yeah.
nothing to do with the black people. But there has been some questions are being asked. They are saying that the head of New York City Black Lives Matter chapter has called for an investigation of the organization's co-founder after she has spent 3 million on 4 homes. One of the co-founders of the Black Lives Matter movement has actually been using the money to buy homes, and she has bought homes worth 3 million so far, and
They
they're using this to make money.
the nerves to do that. And let me tell you, people are out here sacrificing their lives, sacrificing their times on this Black Lives Matter movement.
People don't even
But
know.
exactly, but at the end of the day, there's always that black person in this movement who has their own hidden agenda. Take a look at how many people actually have lost their lives in this Black Lives Matter movement. How many people have risked being arrested in this Black Lives Matter movement. But in the end of the day, you are helping someone, to buy the
Buy their
dream
homes,
home
pay their
that they have
mortgages.
always been wanting.
And at the end of the day, I think people should just wake up and just
Hmm.
call it out. But nonetheless, I wanted to go back into sharing what has been happening with Tanzania. Sister Nish and also Jiman has been doing the most in terms of the videos. I think the family has also seen some of them. But nonetheless, before I share back that other story to do with Minnesota, I just want to share some videos on what has been happening. And this is also Sister Nish right here recording a little bit of our experience. We shall also be outside in the field tomorrow. We shall be showing you what's good in Tanzania.
Get some time to practice with Christmas. This is the area. You can see it looks very lovely. And also I'll take you on a tour of the lobby. So
This is at a place near one of the beaches. It's known as Mbezi Beach in Tanzania, in Daresaalam. The place is really chill. Last year, we were also at the Mbezi Beach
this hotel did
when
not
we were here in
so
March.
it is over here with us. So this is the hallway entering where we end. See, I just looking like I always come back. Okay, now you see the hotel rooms are pretty cute. You see the little door. Like I said, me and G-Man paid attention to the details. So I'm taking y'all down the hallway. In this hotel has like 2 floors. They're on the first floor. The restaurant and stuff is upstairs. We had yummy breakfast there. But I didn't want to record it because it was really, really yummy. G-Man just enjoyed it. Had fresh food, like you said, fresh. Had a good breakfast spread. Had fresh toast, coffee, tea, and noodles. They had pasta and all that kind of stuff. They take you upstairs. Got a nice seating area. Like I said later, but when the rest of the fam come, we will invite them over here to come and chill out and hang with us. So in the upstairs, I'll take you like to the seating area. Hey, I like the sun. Good morning. You get to see all the beautiful views and you can see the ocean really well. see some people sitting here last night. Nice seated area, like I told you. I come back in here and come snap some pictures. Let's keep walking. There's out and around snapping pictures because the real estate people gonna come pick us up in about 20, 30 minutes or so. So let's say let's take this time to do a nice tour and I can practice with my osmos before we go start getting real estate. As y'all see, this is a very lovely hotel. You can see the lobby. What I like, they have a lot of birds and all that. Here we go again, y'all, with the beach, baby. Tanzania is, like we said, very, very gorgeous. So, eventually, us in the fam, we're going to be chilling ourselves right here. Like I said, get us some nice spirits and celebrate with the fam. As y'all see, they have nice, like I said, this furniture, obviously.
Look, they all gonna be sitting there. Cammy gonna be sitting in them two old crazy motherfuckers. Cammy, you pregnant with a baby? Oh, baby. Oh, Lord Jesus. What you doing, child, with a whole baby in your belly? Hey, lady, get away from me. Crazy ass away from me.
This place is really nice. This is near the Mbezi Beach, and we were at Mbezi Beach last year. It's really one of the best
Yeah, that's
beaches
Nish.
around.
Sounds like Nish. That's Nish. She gonna meet John downstairs while she gonna walk downstairs and meet John. And then, well, they went house hunting. I want to get a permanent resident for Blackout Fire down there. But Spike's ass out. It's too hot. I don't want. Arusha don't nothing happen around damn Arusha. Like Cameron said, you set up a damn thing for hikers. That ain't no stories. That's you out there killing a hiker. Hiker found dead. Black people went crazy and chopped them up.
But when I was saying the land is too much, and there's nothing being done with the land. I wish people would wake up and realize all the potential with this massive piece of land, because that is one of the biggest factors of production. You have to have
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I don't understand. But the youth, like Cammy, the youth get it. The youth, but old black people gotta die. I'm sorry. I gotta use the Bible term when they were coming out supposedly out of Egypt. And the Lord said, I'm gonna let all, because remember, let's be real, all the Hebrews are black family. It's not, the story's not real, but the Semitic are black people, but no white people that in that land, okay? So the Lord said, I'm gonna let all you old niggas die because you fucked up for 40 years. You're gonna wander in the wilderness. Even though I don't know how they can wander in the wilderness. The story's stupid because Egypt to Israel, you can just walk across the sand and you're there. You ain't gonna wander in the wilderness. But that's the story. He said, you old Negroes, my minds are too messed up. I gotta let you all die off before the young can take control and guide the country in a new direction. That's what's gonna happen in Africa and America. These old Negroes gotta die. Shit.
In Namibia, they're trying that, and they do have one of the youngest ministers in Namibia. Let me show you. She is 23 years old.
What are they trying, Spike? What are they trying?
They're trying to put in young leaders. They're trying to put in young leaders. Let me.
You got to.
One of the leaders.
You got to have like Cam in your age. You got to. The young kid, the youngs have the innovation. They have the mindset. Can these old bastards all talking crazy? Talking about. Why? They're gonna be around you guys. Go ahead, Cammy.
But Kit, in terms of putting a young leader in power, Kenya, we made a mistake. We chose the youngest president, and look at us now.
Not really young.
Then he was young.
He never. Well, he never. Well, the Kenyans have been miseducated. They think he's part of a dynasty. They don't realize he was put in power. They still haven't come to terms with that. Kenyans gonna have to come to terms that the Kenyatta family was put in power by the British. That's a fact. Hell, Spikes just showed it in 2 seconds. Look at they go Lord, whatever his name, Lord Cracker. Lord Cracker
Delaware.
got the farm and the milk. Yeah, Della on there, whatever the Lord Cracker.
And right now they are very
And
Hey,
sad because they lost the
he lost the
prince.
what?
but Keith,
I'm saying all these Commonwealth countries, they are busy writing condolences. Was it last week when there was the death of the prince in Queen Elizabeth's husband?
Yeah, yeah. Look, they go. African countries are saying condolences to their colonizers. This racist ass Prince Phillips. What you want to say, Zoe? What you want to say?
oh, I was just saying when you talking about old niggas need to die. I was just saying that not all of them are on that stupid shit because Maglafui was old too, wasn't he? And he was on some on the same vibration that we on.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
he was young, but he was still 50 when he got in, so he wasn't too old. He was like 55, 54 when he got in. So and he also knew what he wanted to do. So he like he said this. He said, "What I'm doing is going to cause the colonial powers to come down on me." This old speech, he knew they were going to come to kill him. I knew it too. He said, "What I'm doing is speaking up for African people. We're not Tanzanian. We're not this. We're African people." Another thing, they're going to come and kill him because they love to divide and conquer. That's how they got these other Negroes ruling African countries with the fake divide and conquer. So he said, we're going to, hey, these white people have been stealing resources out of Africa with no benefit to Africans. We're not making any money. How they just digging in our damn soil and African people are poor. That's like someone said, either the Africans are as dumb as they said they are. How in every the youth are starting to ask, finally, they might get the best education. Youth of Africa are starting to ask, how can we be the richest continent, which is a fact overwhelmingly, and be in poverty? How can you be the richest continent on the planet? That is a fact. And be in utter poverty. So what is the connection? It means your rules are all getting murdered and killed, and you got puppets all set up to make sure all the wealth goes to Europe and America, and now Asia. So it's going to be the youth to say we're willing to die. Like John Magafuli said, this might cost me my life. He said that. He knows the history of Africa. What I'm doing might cost me my life. Yeah, it's going to cost you your life. To give African riches to the African people, it's going to cost you your life. And that's okay. Because once all Africans get on code, you're the majority on the planet. Then you will rise. And that's what's got to happen. Go ahead, Zoe.
I want other African leaders that's gonna not be puppets to the West to say what happened to Magafuli, so they can not make the same mistakes in their fellow countrymen who are traitors, working with the enemy behind their backs and working for their demise. Because you know, if somebody inside his own country betrayed him for them to get him the way that they got him.
Of course, that's hard. Of course they did. And I'm sure like his vice president is one of them. It's hard, because they got the CIA all throughout Africa. So that's why he said that the African shaman went underground. They said they know too many of these CIA members and MI6 and Mossad to run through Africa. They wanted just the damn also the voodoo, the real voodoo of the African. And the shaman had to go underground. He couldn't teach the regular African. The regular African had gotten too dumb. He was with Islam and Christian Sandy. They said they couldn't talk to them. They couldn't teach them no realness. They fucked up. They were going back and tell the white man everything they know. Hey, white daddy, this black man told me some real shit, and he didn't believe in Jesus. Well, what'd he tell you, dumb nigga? Oh, he told me if you do this, it'll make me levitate. It'll keep me living for 150 years. So you don't say. What'd he tell you? What tree and herbs he tell you to use? Okay, let me tell you. I don't want to be against Jesus and working for the devil. So the African shaman had to turn their back on the goofy African. His mind became a child. That's what they said. That's why they was mad about Cradle Moot while down there in South Africa talking. They sent them a letter, say, shut the fuck up. talking to these white people giving interviews. Shut your damn mouth. That's
And the
all over
irony
Africa.
of all of that, Keith, the irony is if you go to Catholic Mass, you see voodoo rituals right there in the middle of the damn Catholic Mass.
Yeah, but the Africans don't know that no more. They lost the culture. They don't know what the hell voodoo is and what actually shit work. They don't know what they're saying. They think they're saying some Catholic shit. They don't know that all that stuff was stolen from them and then put into a religious conquer and control system. All that shit came out of Africa to begin with when it was spiritual. You're not supposed to worship any damn thing. Worship any god less than yourself is worshiping a lesser god. And the majority of Africans have lost that. Like I said, there's an awakening. Because if I said, if you got Dr. Mumbai, who was a holy roller 3 years ago, telling you to throw that shit to the woods, there's an awakening. And the African youth are going to ask him, if this God is so weird, why are we on about, what is this fucking Jesus and this, or Allah, what have they done for us? Not a damn thing, stupid. You can see they ain't done nothing. Our grandparents and parents tell us to worship this shit when we're mired in poverty. Cracker don't worship it, really. The Asians don't even touch the shit. So how the fuck is it? We the most prayingest people, and we all broke and poor and fucked up. Now you're realizing it doesn't work. It was a lie when they first came into Africa and gave it to you. It's a lie. Stop being afraid about going to hell. This is hell. There's no cracker, nobody black in the spiritual world with a pitchfork stabbing you in your ass. Burn, burn, goddammit. You no good bastard, burn. Burn. That's a child of a mind.
You should tell that. You should tell that to Zoe auntie with a big fat hat. That she will not believe in you. You will not believe in you for a minute. Ansar Kenanioski, she's the Minister of what Department of Government? She has been chosen as the Deputy Minister for the Ministry of Information and Communication Technology. And she's just 23 years old in Namibia. Maybe the other countries also do follow suit.
Oh, that's good. That's good. But look, first, before we say age, we got to find out who backs it up. We got to reverse engineer because they know the Africans want youth now. They know that these old bastards that have been in power, that you about to get a revolution in Africa. And these motherfuckers are going to get murdered in the streets from Kenya to damn Uganda to wherever. So they said, well, how about we put our new young puppets in? So we got to reverse engineer her, see where she come from. I'm excited, but I don't know nothing about it. I got to see her paperwork. And what is she saying? She said, oh, no, we should love all white people. Let them come in and help us and develop. Listen here, Africa. Listen clearly. You don't need nothing from nobody. That's what you still understand. Oh, we need partners from China. But you don't need nothing. You have everything, and you have the people to develop it. You have engineers who can build manufacturing plants right now in Africa. So you have all the resources. All you got to do is now build manufacturing plants to give your goods added value. That's it. And they don't cost money. You set up a barter system so everybody eats. Africa doesn't need anybody. Everybody needs. I'm glad a lot of youth are saying that. Realize Africa don't need no fucking Asians for what? For nothing. When that Zambian shit makes me so damn mad. Seeing these no good white-eating bastards coming to Africa and turn the Zambians into slaves in Africa, that makes me want to go to war. And that's how it's got to be. And the leaders that put them in have got to be dealt with. Period. You can pray to Jesus while you dead, nigga. I'm sending you to Jesus because you got to go. You getting off this planet today. Go ahead, Spikes.
In the 60s, was it the 60s? Yeah, in the late 60s and early 70s. I think that was in the early 70s. In the early 70s, there was some people being sent by the government to go and study. Some of them go study in the USA, others go to study in Japan, others go to study in different parts of the world, then come back with the knowledge and help Africa develop. But most of them sold out. Most of them did not even actually return to help.
They never, exactly. I'm glad you know exactly right, Spikes. You know what they did? They left Africa and went laid up with white women. They left
Exactly.
Africa, never came back, got the education, and laid up with white women either in America, Britain, or France. You're exactly right, Spikes.
They
Yeah.
came.
You're like, wow. But the government should have called them up. The government's supposed to call them back and murder their ass, Spikes. You get that? You don't leave on our dime and get the information and then leave, think you're able to Becky. You're called back. You don't know why you're called back. We're going to call you back. You don't know we're going to kill your ass when you get back. You have betrayed the trust of the country and your people. And we're not going to tolerate it. But go ahead, you guys.
Yeah, Keith and Spikes, I agree with you. Not only even in the 80s and the 70s, even right now we do have our own government sending members of parliament, for example, to go study abroad, and that is benchmarking abroad, and then come back with that information and get to maybe build the likes of boreholes and so on, modernize. But most of the time, that information, that knowledge they get from there, they never share it with the people. We've seen also even youths, being sent to the universities, even right now, to go study. And you're right, they come back with the prize in quotes, that is of a white women, to showcase to the African people that they have merit, that is according to them.
That's a shame. And this is what the young lady was.
Right, look at my life. Look at my license. Look at my license. Look at my license, Becky Spikes. Look at it. Look at my license, infected Brad, Cammy.
Exactly what the brother was saying. We did have one of the brothers on the
60 years. Africa had enough time to build its own universities that are high quality. You got the people there. Oh, did he? Yeah. You've had the people there. So the idea, because you got puppets. They're told because Africa doesn't have, you had enough brains even on the continent. Say, hey, what we're gonna do? And this is real, this war, because you got economic, and that's what MAGA fully said. I'm waging economic warfare on the West because they're waging it on us. And if you don't know economic warfare, look around Africans who's in poverty. That's economic warfare. You can't get poor. You're on the richest continent on the planet. Africa's blessed, so you're blessed. So what you got to do is now say, you know what? This is what we're going to do. That's why Africa was supposed to unite. And shout out to Kwame Nkrumah, he was right. Say, we can't allow you people to become presidents. Now you want to guard your own fiefdom. Africa's got to unite. So we speak with one voice. And that makes the Arabs scared in the north, because you're right, Arab, you're going to get your ass out of North Africa. Because there's too many Africans. You're just not going to make it. But the African is one voice. So you know what? We're going to shut down these goddamn ports. We're going to shut down the ports. And any manufacturer in here, you will share the technology with the African country. Well, it won't be a country, it'll be the continent who you with. This technology will be shared. And if you don't like it, we'll stop the port, we'll close the ports and burn down your motherfucking shit. And guess what? Your country will go into straight goddamn poverty and starvation with Africa, and you know it. And if you're talking about killing us, we'll kill you. That's what's got to be openly said. Not no backdoor shit, openly. You think you're going to kill Africans, but we can kill too. And that brings back that African warrior spirit again, like your Shaka Zulus and your old Maasai warriors from way back in 2,000 years ago. You're not going to be killing no more Africans without us killing your ass. And Europe is a much smaller place with less of you motherfuckers. I'm not sending no Africans on no rickety ass ships across no motherfucking Mediterranean. I'm coming again like Tariq, right? Tariq, who came in through 7-Eleven because we got the number. We will invade Europe. You ain't got enough numbers to stop us. So that's what's going to happen. That's what's got to be said.
Yeah,
Then guess what? Africa goes immediately to the top, and all African kids are now wealthy. Because all the land and all the wealth belongs to them again. You got that? Just that simple. Go ahead, y'all.
I was just saying the worry is coming back on the African continent. We have had in different places where people have just decided to protest and also have an evolution in different African countries. But you do have a critical mass, then I think the work can be done. Let me share briefly on this
It's
of the
coming.
young.
It's coming. Yeah. Share that young girl. Let's see what she's saying.
Let's see
Point
what
three.
she's about. If
I'm a
she's talking
reverse
about,
engineer your ass, girl. See if you ain't rotten.
That I do not carry myself, but also carry the local dreams of all number videos on my shoulders. But I took part and I thought I take up this challenge. I've taken up challenges before as a youth leader, and I think this is no different. As long as I have the support and the guidance, I don't think I'll go wrong. And I will bank on the experience so far I've had, but also be willing to take advice and guidance from those that I've made. Now, many people probably don't know your track record for teaching, and maybe you can also just give us a rundown of the track record that you have in leadership. Okay, well, shortly, in high school, I was the junior mayor of the city of Windhoek. I served as deputy speaker of the Children's Parliament of the Republic of Namibia. I also served in NANSO in various capacities, in which the last one I served last year before the last Congress. And I've worked with various groups, youth groups. I've worked with AFRIAN, that I still do today, Global Shapers, Windhoek, and so on, really. It's that in a nutshell, yeah. Can you tell us the information ministry which you're going to? What is it that you expect to not only bring change but to also contribute to the ministry? Well, of course, as you know, MICT has a very important role to disseminate programs of government. Of course, that would need to be improved so people know exactly what government is playing, the role it's playing in improving their lives. But also, secondly, the ministry starts with many bills that are yet to be tabled. And those bills, including access to information, which is very important. We also have the sector bill that's also pertinent, and so on. So all of those, of course, would need to move forward because as a nation, as you know, access to information is important. It allows one to practice the God-given and human
Pause it for a
rights
second, Spikes. Pause it.
about them and what
So as African people, we gotta stop acting humane and thinking it's noble. Acting humane to people that treat us humanely, and it's all over the planet. But you seen the boy inside the car, happened in Africa, putting Kenyans in cages. Because I told you they wanted to genocide the Kenyans. Kenyans was supposed to be Tasmanian, but they fought back. That makes you understand this. Kenyans were supposed to be like Tasmanian. That's a fact. They were going to genocide the Kenyans. Can you imagine that? Hopefully talking about genocide the whole fucking people. So,
I want to say
go ahead.
something
Go ahead,
about this
though.
chick right here. This young lawmaker. So something I've learned in my life: whenever an individual speaks broadly and subjectively instead of specifically, they not about the motherfucking improvement of their people. This woman is a
People.
puppet.
Exactly.
You hear what she's saying? She's
Yep.
speaking like a damn puppet. She's not saying anything specific. It's all general. It's all about generalities and shit.
Generalities. Exactly. Generalities. But yes, that means she's back, and we'll find who's got the hand up her back. Because I told black people going to start being smart, not just think. And shout out to Maria. She reached out like, where you at, Maria? You understand the youth. The youth are so ready for revolution all throughout Africa, and the white people know this. You know, you got an uneducated mass of Africans. They think if you just put somebody youth, they think they're backing you. And the African's not sophisticated enough to understand, no, that's just a new puppet. That's the new boss, the same as the old boss. You think it's changed. You think you got revolutionary change. It's this same person that's younger. And that, remember, Museveni was young when they put that puppet ass nigga in power. Yay, Museveni, yay! He was young. Now he's an old man. But the British put his punk ass in power, without a doubt. You know? So people screaming back there in Uganda, yay, the young Museveni, yay! Now they'll scream for this young chick, and she'll be 7 years old, talking crazy, and she'll be like, oh, this old bitch ain't never died. Get her ass out of here. So that's what you gotta be careful. Go ahead, Cammy.
I'm just agreeing with you. And most of the time, some of these young politicians we think we put into power. For example, this lady. Most of the time, it is hard for you to win that seat because I know she was definitely competing with older people. So definitely, there's someone backing her up, and there's someone maybe Loki who's backing her up, and perhaps Keith,
Of
you're
course.
right in terms of the people of Namibia
Because where'd the
believing that they
financing come from?
pardon.
Where'd the financing come to put it in power? Remember, all these systems in Africa were created by the Europeans, right? And since the African is impoverished, who do you think's funding these campaigns, Cammy? Who's funding them? Who's
The
funding the
white.
Kenyan campaign? Exactly. Who's funding them? The white people fund their campaigns, put their puppets in. And if they don't, what they do, they come in and kill their ass. But the whites, since they have all the money they stolen your resource, and then they also devalued your currency. So it made their money 3 times, 4 times the value. So they can come and just buy any puppet they want and pay for all the advertising. Like, oh, she's young, look at her fighting for her rights. That's another new puppet. So that's the danger. That we got to be able to wake up Africans. Go ahead, Cammy, say it again.
I'm saying being coached from a young age.
Yeah, that's because they know Africa's a powder keg. They see, look, for white supremacy to work, Cameron, they got to be 2 and 3 steps ahead of us. They got to read the tea leaves. They know Africa's a powder keg. It's ready to explode. That all these bad leaders not a coincidence. You can't have on one continent every African leader is horrible. That's almost an impossibility. But that's what you got. That's some kind of magic math trick. When every African leader is fucking stupid and horrible. How can that be? Because it's planned. It's planned. So the African youth know that. They just gotta know who are the young puppets that they're trying to reinstall. Like Bobby Wine, he's a puppet. Like Julius Malema down there in South Africa, he's a puppet. They'll say some good righteous shit, Cam. You be like, yay, 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 yay. You need to know who's funding them. And then they both start talking about, hey, it's good for a man to suck another man's dick. Both of them. Like that. Both of them. You're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. That's European shit. So go ahead, Spike. Go ahead, Spike.
Well, I was just saying, I just mentioned briefly earlier on that we do have all these countries in Africa. We do have our puppet leaders coming out, and you can actually tell from the condolences that were being shared out. In Kenya, when we received independence in 1963, we did have Prince Philip coming and stepping in for the Queen Elizabeth. At the end of the day, I think you can see some.
Now they Spike. Now
this is
no. That's Spikes. Look at it. Now Spikes. No. I want you to say that now. Now look, Spikes. I've been trying to kill you. I tried to genocide you. I've been trying to slaughter your family. And now you're gonna say, Keith, I'm gonna welcome you into my home and have you as a friend. You be like, what? You tried to kill me, Keith. I know, damn it. I couldn't get it done. But now let's all be friends. I'm going to make you rich, Spikes. And fuck the rest of the country. As long as you do my bidding. So it's inappropriate behavior. No one's going to allow the enemy who tried to. This is a fact. They wanted to genocide Kenyans. No Kenyans called to wrap their mind around. That's a fact. And we're going to genocide Kenyans because we want this country. It's because of the Kenya has a beautiful climate, conducive for white people. So they wanted it. Go ahead, Zoe.
I was just saying people perhaps people do not know about the matter of the vaccinations. Sorry, go on.
Speaking of inappropriate behavior, when this man married his first cousin, known as Queen Elizabeth, she was 13 years old when they started fucking around. He was 19. So not only was he fucking his own damn cousin, he was committing pedophilia, fucking with a damn child.
But that's a blue. I told you that's the blue blood. They got to see. We know the spiritual part behind it. Remember, they house demons, so they got to keep it in the family to keep that bloodline going. And of course, it's a pedophile, but it's more about the bloodline. Because you better believe these two crackers are housing all kind of demons in their ass. Well, you know, African comedic science. They got to keep that bloodline open. And he was an open racist. That's what kills me. Got Africans talking about greatness. This bastard was an open racist towards black people. Openly racist.
He was not.
Didn't hide it.
Nazi sympathizer.
Oh, we lost our colonies. Why couldn't we? Yeah, that too. Said, oh, why couldn't we kill all these niggas in Kenya? It's such a wonderful land we could have had for white people. And of course, you had the Kenyan government. Hey, we're so sad about the Philip dying, even though he said he wanted to kill all us and our kids and our grandkids. And what?
I bet he has taken so many graves, especially with the Commonwealth and,
Good, Spikes, you got it.
all the countries that have been colonized by the British. Well, to the grave, he has all these details. He has taken to the grave.
Of course. The ideal that you got a commonwealth, that these African countries, some of they call a commonwealth, that still has Britain as the top. Who's the head of the commonwealth, Spikes? Is it African country or is it Queen Elizabeth?
It's Queen Elizabeth.
Queen Elizabeth.
Even in Barbados.
How about that? So the fuck is it a country? Exactly. All of it. So in Jamaica, how the fuck is a commonwealth there if she's the head of it? That's not a commonwealth. That's her wealth. It's saying you still subjects. You're still a goddamn colony. A willing colony. How about some damn commonwealth where you still pay homage to an old good rotten, stinking white racist ass cracker who coochie smells like formaldehyde. Get out of here.
And let me get the comments from the family. Just that we have mentioned Barbados is something happening in that particular place because of the eruption of the volcano in the country, and black people. Kid Lexi said people are messed up everywhere, but even in Barbados it's crazy. You know, you find even this on the eruption, these black people are all over suffering, even with natural events. Right. But let me get the comments up.
They got a Young Leaders Award. Of course they do. That's because that was them and France. France said the same thing. France said they're not gonna mess with these old puppets that they have. They're gonna gut you to you. They know what's coming. You kept a country impoverished that was always rich. African doesn't know his history, so he doesn't know he was always the wealthiest, right? They just really just found out about Mansa Musa. They don't know none of the history. African doesn't know he was wealthy. Always wealthy. He knows he's impoverished now. So that's why his history has been told. Because the Africans always been wealthy. Why? Because I got all the gold. I got all the diamonds. I got all this shit in abundance. But go ahead, Spikes, read the comments.
I was getting comments. There's one comment by Eyes as read Amber Jewel. Listen, research Queen Elizabeth, the Young African Leaders Award in 2018. I think these are young people being brought up to become the next puppets, the next bunch of puppets for the
exactly, Spike. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is.
And they will get rid of the old ones. They might get rid of the likes of Museveni and then, put young people, then you'll be thinking this is the new face of change. Well, this is the new face of the puppets, and people don't even realize it.
That's why the African has got to become what? Sophisticated. You got to become sophisticated in the art of war. You got to check people's resume. They just like Zoe said from that little thing. She was speaking in generalities. She was not being specific. I let you know she was a puppet. The African has got to know these things. Got to be sophisticated. He can no longer afford to be a moron and be ignorant.
And another thing, she kept dropping the word youth because the puppet masters know that the youth are on the rise, and that's going to be a movement against the colonizers. So she's using
Exactly.
these key words like youth. I'm for the youth. She kept saying youth. She said this shit like 3 or 4 times.
Yep. Yep.
But speaking of the youth, Spice, can you play show that one article that I put in the chat earlier?
Let me share it real quick. Then we shall talk about what has been happening with our Patrice Colors real quick. A second share.
Because all of this stuff really connects. We're dealing with the same people all around the planet, and we need to understand their
Exactly.
tactics.
Exactly. Dealing with the
This is the
same no
daycare.
good, dirty white man around the planet.
So you want to touch on this? The daycare, the issue with
Yeah.
the daycare, Christopher. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, pretty much in this
Yeah, they
there's a
get fed all
video.
them go ahead.
Well,
You guys,
so what
you guys
happened was
know.
the father of a 2-year-old who attended this daycare. He wanted to check in on his child, so they have a live stream camera. So the father logged in to the live stream camera so he can watch what's going on in the room. And as he was watching, he could see that all of the black children in the room were standing there with no food or sitting there with no food while the white children were eating with food in front of them. So the black
Yeah.
children had to
So
sit and watch and wait as the white children ate in front of them. And these are people who pay for their children to go to this daycare. They pay whatever the
and
fees
beat
are,
that
the tuition and all of that shit.
never stops. That's how they treat the children.
This
Never
this
stop.
is so
And that's
bad.
globally. It
It
is.
starts
It is bad,
it
Cammy.
starts from an
That's your.
early age.
That's
These
your.
babies are 2 years old.
Yes. So they destroy your self esteem at a young age, Cammy.
Mhm.
Then and then
Exactly.
this affects you later on in life, where you believe white people are better than you because your treatment has been completely different. Unless your
Mhm.
parents catch it, and you've been raised in a house that taught you your history, it's hard to overcome that. That's psychological. When you get the child young like that, you can destroy them. And that's what they're doing on purpose.
Yes, and also to the white kids, this is one of telling them that they can be as racist as they want because this is something they saw when they were
Yes,
kids, and the chain will keep on going.
yes, exactly what it's doing. It's enforcing them being above the black children. Saying you white kids are better. We feed you first. You treat these black people subhuman. Exactly. So they perpetuate their racism to the next generation. It's like, it's like them going to the bathroom. It's the norm. What they do, who they are. So we talk about everybody's your friend, and you run around talking about white Jesus and the Lord. White people so good. You're out of your fucking African mind. You an idiot.
And I agree. At the end of the day, when they are placed in front, and that sort of cements that particular kind of superiority complex in them, even when they are children. But nonetheless, I had mentioned a little bit about this earlier, and I was saying that some people still, even in Africa, I actually saw at some place I was passing through, I saw a shop that has been called Black Lives Matter. I don't know. I think it was. I don't know what the shop was selling, and black
It's a
people have been
scam.
brought on that
I'm glad.
stage.
Yeah, why didn't the Africans can see this? That's what I'm talking about. Not being sophisticated. Here in America, we already knew when they first started it. Even though their media kept saying Black Lives Matter, we knew it was a scam funded by white people to destroy and go against actual black people, to usher in LBGTQ. But we knew that. So you got to start getting more sophisticated. See the Africans, and Black Lives Matter, that's not for you. White people create that shit to destroy us internally. You got to stop being so, like I said, so ignorant. And you have to start becoming more sophisticated. And look at she buying houses everywhere. $5 million houses. I thought you fighting for black people that have been murdered innocently in the streets. What's that got to do with you buying $1 million homes, bitch?
And
Because
when Tamir
it
Rice
never was
mama
about no
called
nigga.
this shit
But you
out,
fight for
when Tamir Rice
Tamir
mama
Rice.
called this shit out, they tried to
Right.
act like she was crazy.
They try to shut up. Oh, she's still grieving. Her 12-year-old son got murdered 8 years ago. She's okay. She's saying you motherfuckers are fraudulent. You're scamming. Where all the money go? What the hell's going? Oh, she's grieving. That dumb black bitch is grieving. A child got shot. She ain't been able to come to terms with it. Called out Benjamin Crump, no good. Ambulance chasing ass.
Now the Black Lives co-founder can live good in Los Angeles with her white friends. She can live good in Los Angeles with her white friends after buying the property for 1.4 million.
Don't forget about all her girl. Don't forget about all her girlfriends. Don't forget about all her girlfriends, Spike. No, she bought like 3 homes. She bought like 3 $1 million homes. And don't forget about all her all her white and black girlfriends that she like picking on. Yeah, all
Those
the
houses are for
just
Congolese.
licking on them. Oh yeah,
They're not sharing
Congolese.
this condo.
I don't think Spikes came in with Congolese. I don't think. Nah, Spikes. Congolingas is not the Congo. It's licking coochie.
No,
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what I didn't know what the word means.
I
But I'm
told you.
saying the thing is there are no consequences for throwing black people under the bus, and there has not been any consequences, and therefore she will actually go and buy more homes with the money the money, because there are no consequences at the end of the day.
That's right. Exactly.
Until you have any
And
consequences.
like you said, there's no consequences for being up code and betraying black people. And it's globally. This is Black Lives Matter shit went globally. So she gets to go and buy these homes and practice her Congolese on other women.
And at the end of the day, we have always been saying once there are no consequences for anything, then there cannot be any progress. We also say that the same about reparations. If there are no consequences for reparations not being paid, then at the end of the day, we can can even make a song about reparations for the next 10 years or 20 years, and nothing will happen at the end of the day. And Akira Bidoni is saying that BLM bought a house in the same area that Tariq lives in, and it's houses right, left, and center, and none of this particular money is even going to black. They're buying it, I believe, from the crackers, the beast, getting them in Los Angeles. That is why the neighborhoods that they feel best, they feel that they actually fit best. And as Kate Bruno is saying, if you think the white race is going to feed your children before they feed theirs, you've got another thing coming. That is according to Amos Wilson. And that is in line with the article and that we shared earlier on. And as Zodi mentioned,
You got that shit right. And that lays to the mind of the other Negro who, with this civil rights shit, you gave your children to these white people that couldn't stand your ass. And if you think they're gonna feed your children before they feed their own white kids, you're crazy as cat shit, and you got Congolingas on your tongue. Stop it. You got it.
So this is something Keith was talking about Benjamin Crump a little earlier, and this was something that pointed out to me when I saw Benjamin Crump giving a press conference one day. Why is it so many similarities between this fictional character and Benjamin Crump? And I thought it has to be by design. That fictional character is Bubba Gump from Forrest Gump, the movie. Remember that black character in there, Bubba Gump, with the big lip that was overhanging and he couldn't talk for shit? Benjamin Crump looks just like Bubba Gump from Forrest Gump.
I don't think Spikes and Cameron ever seen
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I know Spike. Yeah, go on damn Netflix today, Spikes, and look up Forrest Gump. You'll like it. Then you know, and then get to the part where Zoe's talking about the black character who's a dummy. I do anything what I got to do to make I do what I got to do. All right. He dumb as shit. And then when he gets shot and killed out there in damn Vietnam, why'd this happen? And the guy said, "You got shot." Oh, okay. Yeah, he was like that. Yeah, what he said. Why'd this happen? And the guy said, "You got shot." He said, "Okay," and then he dies.
What the heck?
For real, that's what happened. That shit crazy. That dumb.
I haven't seen his video, but I will be clicking out to see what was going on.
Oh, that's it right there, Spike. Yeah, that's it. But that's not the jet. That's not the. If you go like a little bit further, he gonna talk to the black drill sergeant gonna talk to Forrest Gump right there. Then next to him is gonna be the black guy. Have you played it?
I know this is
Have you
it.
played
I
it?
don't know if
Yeah, he's gonna get you. Yeah, go. Yeah, it is right there. It is Spike right there. Yeah. What happened, Forrest? You got shot. Oh, okay.
That is a comparison. I will be checking the whole of it. I will not play it because of copyright matters, but that is a comparison.
You found it quick, but that's it. That's it. I got you. What happened? What happened, Forrest? You got shot. Oh, okay. And then he died. That motherfucker dumb as hell.
Sister Ashaoka says, I'm convinced Benjamin and Tarana Balk is the same person. I don't know about Tarana Balk, but I know Benjamin.
Yeah,
Trump,
so he's the same.
he's a
Same
pass
person,
to get.
Bubba Gump. Yeah, I thought about it. He do look like Bubba Gump. He's just as dumb. It's like they put Bubba Gump and made him a lawyer. Took the dummy from the movie. Now he's a lawyer. Somebody got something there. If you look at that movie, it's so disrespectful to black this dumb motherfucker from the South. Huh? Then when he dies, when Bubba dies, Forrest goes to the mama's family and says, "I'm here to give tribute to your son, ma'am. Are you crazy or just stupid?" No, I'm just crazy. I just want to get some money for your son. And then had his mom. His mama was a cook in a house with white people doing like a slave. And they took him all the way back. I got it was funny, damn it. That movie was funny. Even though it had some racism in it.
Get that ugly bitch off of the off the screen. God no, bro, what the fuck?
Damn, is that Tarana Burke?
Yeah, it's hard.
God damn,
Whitest nose in Houston. The whitest nose in Houston.
that's a Tyrone. What they got? Tyson Norris Rex. What do they call it? I ain't gotta do nothing against white man. I gotta lock up these black men.
It's probably
Ain't no black man wants you, lady. You don't have to worry about no black man running after you. The white man can have your ass.
She need to go to the Chateau de Congolinas.
And this is, I'm trying to compare the two that really look alike. But nonetheless, our family, let me share a little bit more of the videos of that Sister Nisha shared with us in case you missed. We are still in Daresaalam, and this is the second time that we are in Daresaalam. It's not the first, sadly not the last. We shall be coming back to Daresaalam even more times. But let me share a little bit. Nose big and nose bigger than the face. That is what you meant.
Yeah.
Bigger than the face.
His mama did get paid. You right. He made the mama rich. That's right. Forrest Gump made Bubba Gump's mama rich. She's like, hey, as soon as she got rich, her old southern backwoods ignorant ass accent changed when the white lady was cooking for her. That's nice. When she had the white woman as a slave coming in and giving her food. She said, that's nice. What you got cooking there, cracker? That's nice. She had no more southern accent or nothing. Go ahead, Mike.
I'll be taking that particular. Charles 99177 is saying exploiting black men is a lucrative business for democratic black women. Carlos is buying $1 million homes. Mallory links deal to make Cadillac commercials, and back links deal with a CBS Studios. It's saying exploiting black men is a lucrative business for democratic black women.
And Keith can tell y'all a $1.4 million house in Los Angeles ain't shit.
Ain't nothing. I'm about to say that ain't nothing. That's you living in a shack. That's you living in a goddamn shack with homeless people all on your damn lawn. Hey, what all these homeless people doing out here? I mean, you ain't paying nothing but $1 million. Shit, you can't tell what we doing out here. $1 million in Los Angeles is like paying. That's the home you getting. That's the kind of house you getting. In LA, $1 million ain't shit. It won't pay you nothing. You got a shack.
People buying $60 million and $100 million and $40 million. So 1.4 million
Exactly.
not afford you. Yeah.
Exactly right. Exactly right, Spike. That's why that house didn't look like nothing. I think my grandmother's house probably worth about $1 million or close to $1 million. But she gave that to my brother because I went away from white Jesus. I didn't get none inheritance. I was a blasphemy against. I sinned against you, Lord. No money for you, nigga. When you burn in hell. Oh, Grandma, don't do me like that. Grandma, please, Grandma. I need some of that damn bread. I needed some of that damn money, Granny, to pay off my car note. Fuck is wrong with you? You sinned against the Lord, nigga.
You have sinned against Jesus, and you're not going to be getting any of that property.
No money. I had a Kenyan employee named Spikes. Grandma, he strayed me away from the Lord. He did Kenyan knock his ass out. No, Grandma, I chose to run away from the Lord. It wasn't his fault.
They will be writing you off the wedding. They will be writing you off the wedding.
I did get right out the wheel, Spike. I told you. I didn't get a toaster. Shit.
The house is located in Topanga. I don't know how Topanga looks like, but I bet it's also one of the shacks, maybe. But and Monique says, who's living are there now? Any family members?
I don't know, Monique. That house went to my coon ass brother. I never asked him what he did with it. He sold it. He didn't like. He's living it. Remember, he's back in America now. He left Germany. He's over in You know what? He probably did get that money out that house. This motherfucker got like a mansion in New Jersey, and New Jersey taxes is high as shit. He got like a goddamn mansion over in Jersey. So he got that damn money. I never asked. You know, once I was renting out the well, I said, okay, fuck you then, shit. You know, I'm not gonna pretend to like no white Jesus. Fuck out of here. I need peace of mind. Damn white Jesus. You know good bastard. She told me, don't you come to my house when you bring your ass to LA, you heathen. You sinned against the Lord. I said, damn, Grandma, you don't want me to come to your house? Against some cartoon character you never met? You gonna throw me your own grandchild. You damn right, nigga. You damn right. You went against the Lord. My Lord. That's how deep that shit goes.
Was she wearing her big hat when she was cussing you out? Was she wearing her? Because if she was wearing her big white Jesus hat, then the cuss would stick.
She cussed me out. That's the first time I ever heard her cuss. You know, your old grandma don't cuss, but I heard, you know, first time she called me a nigga too. You nigga don't come to my house. Like, damn. I was called a nigga. You blaspheme against God, nigga. You don't come to my house anymore. I said, Grandma, what if I'm sick and I need your help? Well, you better find a cousin, nigga. You don't come to my house. You're against the Lord Jesus. And not black Jesus either. White, blonde hair, blue-eyed, cracker Jesus. And let me tell you, my grandma was an old Uncle Tom Coon. She loved crackers. Loved them. Cracker couldn't do nothing wrong. Right? She'd throw any black person on the bus for somebody white. So it was time for her ass to die any goddamn way. So I'm just saying that our elders have got to go. They've been fucked up with this Jesus and loving white people. So
Yeah, the elders
you
on
know,
the elders in my mom's side of the family they all use skin bleach and shit.
damn, in America,
Yeah. These jokers would bleach their skin and talk about dark skinned folks like they wasn't shit, all kind of shit.
she don't know the truth. She's reincarnated. Her ass is back in another body. She's somebody black boy. I hope they reincarnate her ass and send her into Africa and she poor up in fucking Angola, fucking Nigeria, some damn where.
She might come back. She might come back. Find herself in Togo.
Oh shit! Hell yeah! That'd be even better. she's some black child, all in poverty and shit. Yeah.
There's a comment that has been shared with us, and this was a Charles 90177 one was saying expecting black men is a lucrative business for democratic black women. But I think also black men are also putting themselves in also a difficult situation because, for example, there has been the feminization of our black men, and one individual has run along with this, and this is a Kid Cudi who went on a SNL to perform with a dress, with a sundress.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this dude. Kid Cudi, that's right. This is what they doing to us family over here. Because it's the feminization toward the promoting of homosexuality to destroy our birth rates against our women. And he's thinking a damn dress. How masculine is this? Hey baby, can I wear your dress before you go out? Cammy say yeah.
And then
Cammy say yeah. Just don't get it. Tammy say, yeah, baby, just don't get it dirty, please.
Kid, you're about
they want to say he did the shit.
It's a deal.
Kid, this is about to be a new cloth line. This is about to be a new fashion for the men there. So you need to get yourself some pretty sundress with a matching hat.
Hey, that's what they doing, Cam. That's what they promote. They got to promote the faggotry. Go ahead, Zoe.
I'm just saying, this motherfucker wore this breast this in tribute to Kurt Cobain. Kurt Cobain committed suicide. He couldn't think of no righteous black folks that died behind this bullshit that he could give a tribute to on Saturday Night Live. This ain't nothing but butt breaking.
And what is it? Slavery butt breaking. I'm broken. Look at me in my dress, and it means my booty hole's open for you, white daddy. I'm ready. I gotta go let Cammy's son know. Please give me some of that pig grease so I can put between my butt cheeks so it won't hurt so bad.
This is him trying to please white daddy, Kurt Cobain, the Kurt Cobain tribute. But I agree with you, though. There's so many maybe
Kurt Cobain killed himself. When did Kurt Cobain kill himself, Spikes? 1994? Cracker killed himself 1994.
Yeah,
not sure.
It's like 94, 95. I was before I got out of high school when he killed himself.
Yeah. 30 years ago. Who gives a shit?
That was in 1994, in April 5th. That was in 1994.
And what was the date that this Saturday Night Live? That was what, 2 days ago. So that would have been on the 10th, 410. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that wasn't on fifth. That wasn't on the fifth when he died. But these are shame to black people, black men really. And
because
but we like we were saying, there is never any consequences. You know, there are never any consequences for
Mhm.
anyone. Even denting the image of
And the
black
sad
people.
part about this is Spike said his popularity, Kid Cudi, I ain't never heard of the motherfucker, to be honest, because I don't fuck with everybody's rap nowadays. I just gotta, if you came out after 96, I don't even listen to your music. That's just the truth about my rap repertoire. But this dude's popularity is gonna pick up after this shit because we live in a cesspool of just a whole bunch of just degenerate nonsense. So all of these trannies, all of these homosexuals, next thing you know, this motherfucker is gonna be the best rapper on the scene. That's how they're gonna do this shit, and they're gonna promote him so all of these young kids can be like, "Oh, well, that's the thing to do. Let me see a motherfucker wearing a dress. I'm going to jail. I'm gonna beat somebody's ass in public. I ain't playing. Fuck that
Uh,
dumb shit. I'm so tired of this
but
shit."
why wouldn't they get Justin Timberlake to wear the dress? Or just like also Asha Walker is asking, why would they also get a Brad Pitt to go and wear the dress? They want it worn by a black man so that they can drive their agenda further with the LGBTQ, and also with all these kind of nonsense feminization of a black man. And yes, I agree with you. They will make
No,
him number one on the billboard. They will also put him on every other billboard on all
no,
these other
wait,
different TV shows.
well, I just wanted to respond to Asha. The reason why you don't see any of these white celebrities doing that is because they wanna defile the face and the image of God. And they know the black man and the black woman is God, so they got to make God look like a motherfucking fool. So this is why they do this to us the way that they do this to us. This is why they promote lesbian relationships with black women. We just watched the co-founder of Black Lives Matter. She's getting all this money to fuck around with her little girlfriends and shit. And then you got this dude doing this. It's we're under assault. Period. Point blank. We're under attack emotionally, physically, and psychologically by these damn people. They saying we're attacking Asians when all of these fuckers are attacking us. They're constantly trying to redefine what the hell the image of a black man is supposed to look like. They got us wearing dresses. They got us wearing all kind of bullshit nowadays. Sagging, even when you sagging, you got your ass out. That's some gay shit. All of this nothing but a promotion of homosexual lifestyle, and it's ridiculous. And all of these celebrities that's going for the okey doke, we need to turn away from them because there needs to be consequences for the bullshit they doing. They can get all their money and all of this from white society if they want to, but as soon as black society leave these celebrities alone, the white people gonna leave them alone too. Because the only power they have is their power over the masses of black people. So instead of individually addressing each individual black person, they get one celebrity that has millions of followers. They corrupt that one celebrity, and the rest of those followers are gonna get in line behind that celebrity. We got to stop that shit.
This is also Vic Mensa off court, with the Confederate flag dress. I think the Melanated Warrior also shared. I didn't know there was a Vic Mensa video with the dresses, and this is also a Confederate flag dress and the white wig. And black men.
and and in terms of that, you do have a lot of them trying to be the drag queens. For example, RuPaul has actually been advocating for such. So many black men are just
Advocating for that. So many black men are
to
just
be the next new drag queens out here.
the next new drug.
Crazy and it's shameful. But like I said, consequences. There are no consequences at the end of the day. That is all you
Yeah,
can
you
do.
exactly.
I never heard of Vic Mensa. I don't even know who
Who,
Vic Mensa is. All of these new rappers are
who's that?
faggots.
Who's that? Who? What? Who? Vic Mensa. Who's
Some
that?
motherfucker named Vic Mensa.
Vic Mensa. Vic Mensa is actually an American rapper. He's an American rapper as well. Just like
I never
just
heard of.
But see, this is the thing. The Spanish word for dumbass, the Spanish word for dumbass is menso. if it's a man. So really, his name is Mensa, means he's a dumbass girl. His last name means he's a dumbass girl in Spanish.
He has been in the industry since 2013, and he's from Chicago, Illinois, representing for the men of Chicago, Illinois. That's Vic Mensa for you. When I need
I never heard of it.
some cornball from Chicago. But I think they
I
take
never
pride.
heard.
Men like these take pride in denting the image of the black man worldwide. They always look at him wearing
Exactly.
the Confederate flag and
Exactly.
wearing the blood wig, and it's crazy.
Exactly, Spikes. It's a bigger thing. It's to destroy the African man's image worldwide, globally. No one sees you as different. I know Africans love to play division. No one sees you as a different African. That affects you whether you're living in South Africa, Kenya, Mozambique, Nigeria. That's a black man with a wig and some faggot ass dress saying, hey, we can conquer these black men. That's what the European called us, right? Everybody realized before slavery and colonialization, Spice can call this up. Put this up in Google. How the white man called the black man the female of the races. Over the Chinese man, the East Indian. They said the African man is the female of the races of men. He's the weakest. He's the female of the races of men.
And the reason why they said that is because we are so damn passive and we let these motherfuckers slide instead of being the aggressors and wiping their bitch asses off the planet. Period, point blank.
Yeah, General Mosquito, it's live. You now getting a notification. The little channel, when it starts blowing back up again, watch. Start getting the numbers again, they're going to start coming, take shit down. But yeah, we're so passive. We went from a warrior class to a passive. The passivity of Africans is on a level of frightening. But like I said, Kenya always gives me pause and hope because push to live, even Tanzania, even like Zanzibar. Family, hopefully they'll get out tomorrow. Hope that money goes through. So they get out in the streets. They go to Zanzibar. I want you to know the African does fight. Takes a lot for him to get him fighting because he's mostly his docility hurts him. But push to the limit, African man will fight. They did slaughter, as Spike showed, and I told you, slaughter those Arabs on Zanzibar and got back the land of Zanzibar. Wasn't like they went and talked, say, you know what, you guys stop oppressing us. It's not good, and we're sorry. We're gonna let you keep whipping, beating us. Africans like, damn this shit. Enough of this shit. It's time to kill every last one of you bastards. And that's what they did. They didn't go talking to them. They went to murdering, chopping off fucking heads.
What was the final straw in Zanzibar, Keith?
I don't know. I think it's just culmination of so many years. I think when it went from black Arab rule to white Arab rule. Because you got I'm gonna take them past. I'm gonna have Spikes take us over to Tipo Tip house. Anybody know about Tipo Tip? He's one of the most vicious mulatto slave traders ever. Tipo Tip. He had a house in Zanzibar. Spikes, put his name for me, Spikes. Tipu Tip. It's Tuputip. Tipu Tip. Vicious mulatto.
Was he affiliated with TIP out of Atlanta?
I don't know.
It probably was his great grandfather.
So as you get the mulattocation of these Arabs from black, as me and Spike showed the other day, me and Spike talking how you see it up in Ethiopia today. Those Ethiopians you see up there, not the original Ethiopians. You can go to King Menelik, who's black and African. Runs the rule Ethiopia now, not the African. Those are the mixed half breeds mixed with the mixed with the Italians that you see. And people see these Ethiopians, you think those are the original. Those are not the original Abyssinians. Abyssinians are African. They go Tipu Tip, one of the most vicious, wicked ass enslavers the planet's ever seen. Worldwide for his wickedness. Worldwide. I wish his ass was alive to get that damn work that needed to be done on his wicked ass.
He should have been the mulatto shot in Minnesota.
Yeah, that bastard there was wicked as shit. One of the most vicious slave traders ever. His name is synonymous with slave trading, right? So, Tipu Tip's house. There you go. Yeah, Tipu. So it's in Zanzibar. Yep, that's his house. I've been in wicked bastard. It's right there on the shoreline too, south of the terminal, south of the ferry terminal right there. Because I'm gonna have them also take a boat when they get back to that part of that part. Do me a favor, Spikes. Also put up. I'm gonna show you this no good best. I'm having them take a boat when they get back over to Zanzibar City, Stone Town. Take a boat to Spikes. Put this up. Images of Prison Island, Tanzania. I should say Prison Island, Zanzibar. Prison Island, Tanzania. So I'm gonna have them catch a boat. It costs like 12. I remember it was $12 for me. It's probably about 13 now. Catch a boat from Zanzibar over to Prison Island. Spend the time. It's a beautiful. Got these huge, big ass turtles on these turtles that's 400 years over there. But it was a prison where they kept the slaves. And there goes beautiful. Look at that beautiful island. It's beautiful. I said, I went to say, what kind of prison is this? God damn, this shit is beautiful. Yeah, them big ass turtles over there. Yeah, they go to turtles. Them turtles like 400 years old. That water's blue. You go, it's like a door leads you right into the water. It's fucking beautiful. Imagine I'm not there. They're going to love that. It's a beautiful place. So they take the boat from Zanzibar over to Prison Island. When I was over there, I said, damn. Imagine being the African people. We just suffered so much. We don't realize what's been done to us. And shit's got to come around. I mean, the slave you got
has to point out that's a tortoise, not a turtle.
Huh? What is it? Tortoise? Whatever they are. Tortoise? Whatever big ass shit.
Had to be a nerd.
Okay, it's a tortoise. Yeah, big ass shell motherfucker, whatever. Those huge ass tortoises that are 200 and 300 years on that island. They're beautiful. But the island, like Spike showed, you always take the island down so quick. Can't we enjoy the photos?
Let me share.
Spike's always so quick on the that shit made me feel warm and cozy.
Like so quick. Okay, we see that's not. Yeah. He shared some photos with us of it. But I'm having to take the little boat across to sits about, I think it's like 5 miles off the coast. But there's a prison on there. But it's a beautiful goddamn island. Like, God, what kind of prison was out here? I have some Tipu Tip shit. There's a prison out there. When some of the slaves were too rowdy and were fighting back, they would send them onto that island as prison. They built the island right there, the prison, to come to beat them and whip them and pour salt in their wounds and shit to calm these niggas down and then get them ready for transport, ready to sell. So when you act up, they send you across over there to beat you and beat that shit out your ass and put salt in your damn wound, calm you down.
They raped the manhood out of them on them islands.
I lost you, though. But
I can still hear
it's still the island is fucking. What about the island? I can't hear Zoe either.
They raped them on those islands.
Oh, Oh hell yeah! You know what? Hey, that's a known fact. I ain't want to get in all of that. You know, we get to talking stuff like that. Spike's always like, nope, nope. And here we go to the next story, the next subject. Nope, 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 nope,
No, I want to
nope,
share one
nope,
video
nope.
before we wind up of how Tanzania has been before we wind up because this is
So we
Sister
will be
Nish. This is
taking
Sister Nish.
Spike's and Cammy out on that island. Yeah, go ahead.
Let me share what the Sister Nish has been up to because she has recorded other things in Bezzy.
And then we're going on another Bagamoyo Island too. Before we go to that island, from Daresaalam, we're going Bagamoyo Island. Then from the island of Zanzibar over to the other island, Prison Island. But it's paradise over there, bitch. Like, god damn. If I gotta get raped, at least the scenery's good. I'm not some old dirty dungeon, at least. Oh shit.
Got our little as you can see, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's very affordable. It's $800.
Watch the spirit come over Spikes when he like in the slave house over there on the island. He go to the prison. Spike's gonna start getting the highs. What is going on? Calm down, my son. I'm your ancestor. It's where they poke me in my butt with a hot rod. Who the hell is talking to me? Who the hell is talking to me up in here?
Very affordable. It's $800. If you can believe that. $800 for the whole thing. So you can't really beat that. But see, you got the little huts with the.
It's gonna be a trip of a lifetime. They about to experience some beautiful things that a lot of people never get to experience. Zanzibar, Prison Island, fucking. I mean, it's fucking beautiful.
But there's a water park right next to it. So there's a lot of people over there having fun. Yeah.
Daresaalam, the city of peace. And those old Negroes are mad about that. How can you be mad about in a place like that? But
this
that
is
old
Jim
baby
and
boomer get there.
because in a place known as Bezzy, a place very very close to Bezzy.
In Bezzy Beach. In Bezzy Beach. Up
That shit
the
ain't
road.
worth $50 a night.
I know. That's what she said.
That's some $500 a night shit right there.
I know, but she said it ain't worth $50.
And we shall be showing the rest of it tomorrow, family. And we hope that we are winding up, and we hope that everyone will enjoy their stay here. We shall be, I believe, tomorrow we will also be with us.
Spice has got to learn the drone. I sent him a drone, so he'll be droning a lot of that footage on the islands and Prison Island, and you know he might bump into one of his ancestors up there flying around. Hey, what is going on? Hit me with this goddamn drone, nigga. So,
Spike don't be doing no peep and Tom shit with that drone.
Oh yeah, Spike gonna be looking at people's windows and shit in the other floor. What is this house? Is that a big fly? Oh my god! Like, You'll be flying on the ground. Look at the woman's titties and she got the shower. Look at this.
I will not be doing that with a drone. But Zilman says we have some more videos with John as well. John's a real cool brother, and yes, John is with us in Daresaalam. We shall be getting to meet him tomorrow.
John's cool.
We haven't met him yet, but he is also. Yeah, I think I also had the opportunity today.
Tell him his wife. Tell John to call his wife and say yes, they got toilets in Tanzania. He's not doo-dooing on himself. He's not shitting on himself yet, ma'am. He's doo-dooing in the toilet.
But I'm saying, Sister Nish and Zone also we did have the opening settled some property. I believe we shall be sharing some of the photos tomorrow. Right
It
here
was
on the
nice.
black.
That property, those properties were nice as hell. But
Yeah.
tomorrow y'all gonna be aggravated, and that money come in. You and Cammy
We
gonna be
shall
aggravated because you know who's coming with you.
we
You know who's coming.
we will not mention on it, but I'm saying I'm saying that we all having a wonderful time right here in Daresaalam, and we hope to show you more of it tomorrow. And for all that people that have supported this particular tour, we want to thank everyone. In case you would still like to support the tour, you are much welcome to do so
Oh,
using
his
our
wife called. His wife
black.
called. G-Man. Yeah, his wife called. Said, "I don't want you with none of them African wenches out there talking about you giving congolingus to them and shit." John, don't you let Keith break up your family. You know them African women love some congolingus.
And Monique will says you're messy. Nonetheless, family, thank you so much. If anyone has joined us on the stream, we shall be sharing with us what we get to see in Dar es Salaam.
I'm gonna look, Shepo the way. Shepo, I'm gonna make permanent residents in these three countries: Kenya, Tanzania, either South Africa or I want to say Zimbabwe, but it's too kind of like fucked up. But I want to put down permanent bases, Black Wi-Fi in South Africa, Tanzania. I really want Rwanda, but I'm afraid Rwanda's a police state. Can't say what you want to say in that bitch. Paul Kagame coming and pistol whip my ass. What are you saying in here? But I want to build another place, studio in Kenya, Tanzania, and South Africa. And I want to be able to go back and forth. Those are the places I want to be able to go back and forth. You know, I love Kenya. I love Tanzania. I love South Africa. And hell, I love African period. I love all of, you know.
and
I want
like
to see Mozambique. I want to see Malawi. I'm gonna send Spikes into Ethiopia. I don't really care about going to Ethiopia. That's his gig. He'll go there. I'm good with that. But I like to go to Congo. I like to go to Congo, see, you know, where some of my people come from, so I can go up and, you know, punch them in the mouth for letting us get taken away by the Portuguese.
you have a score. You have a score to settle. You have a score to settle with them, but eventually he might also like the place and decide also to get some property there. Nonetheless, family, thank you so much. Everyone that has been with us. Sister Monique says, Tammy and Spikes, bring your earphones. Yes, we shall. And you will be all right wherever you dwell, Keith. Thank you also for that particular comment. And Jiman says, we are in John Hotels. Yes, we are. And also, John will be, he's also with us in Daresaalam and the rest of the Black Watch Fire family. We also
Lando, you going? Is Lando going to show up still? Is Lando still coming?
Brother. I hope Lana went to get to join us.
Hopefully we gonna want to see Cammy and Spikes in the street, talking to regular people, going around. Let them old people get mad and scared. Let them leave their ass. We out there to do work, show family, Africa, to intermix with the people, share good vibes, you know. So, and they get to talking crazy. Man, Spikes and Cammy walk on that, walk away from that because they don't speak no Swahili. Whatever Cammy and Spikes, we don't. People say we don't speak English. Cammy and Spikes walking down the road doing their job. Damn it.
It's all up. We shall be sharing the videos tomorrow, and we shall be continuing with the composition. Orlando Winter says, yeah, and we hope to see you as well, brother Orlando Winter. Till then, much peace and love. I want to wish everyone happy and productive remaining part of the day. Asanteni sana.
Asante sana. Hey, Lando, bring some pig grease for Cammy's baby. What's up, family?
Peace and love, family. Amani.
Bye bye, Amani familia.
Money Familia. That's what's up, G man. You been talking to regular people because you open. Exactly. Talking to regular people doing grocery shopping and everything else. So much love, family. Hope this goddamn bacon gets open tomorrow. Had them out in the streets, meeting folks, having a good time. I might come back on